This is one of the most embarrassing punishments in history.
People will get stuck in here for hours, even days. The most common things you'd be put in here for is counterfeiting, fraud, and selling spoiled food. This was meant to be punishment by embarrassment. God, this is terrible. Are we done? No more. No. It doesn't hurt, but this is terrible. I'm gonna give this a 3.
And I'm testing this and every popular punishment from the last 1,000 years to find the worst of them all.
If you broke the law in the 1300s, you were at risk of being covered in tar and chicken feathers. This was done to humiliate the person and send a warning to the public.
Here goes nothing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's all sticky. I can't even see anymore.
What made this punishment terrifying was that it wasn't done by a court. It was done by angry mobs in the street, who then paraded the victim through town.
This is terrible. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I had this thing on me. It's all sticky and terrible. This is really embarrassing. What the heck?
Anything you want to say?
No, I hate this. Get me out of this thing. This is terrible. I give this one a 4. It's not painful, but it's really uncomfortable and disgusting.
Now act like a chicken.
No.
But good luck moving your head in the 1400s with this, a heretic fork. Its super spiky metal prongs force you to keep your head still. This was mainly used during long interrogations to force the victim to stay awake, because with spikes pressed into your chin and chest, there was no way you could nod off. This could have been useful during boring lectures in law school.
It's like digging into my chin. It feels almost like it's gonna choke me. So you gotta keep your head still so that it doesn't dig into you and cut you. If you lower your head, the spikes would go into your chest. And if you raise your head, it goes into your chin. If you were to try to sleep, they would both stab you. All right, now I'm supposed to do some tasks. I'm being handed a book here. I can't even look down at it. You have to hold the book up really high. Yeah, I can't do this right now. No way. Ow. Next, we're gonna try to drink water. You have to like tilt your head back. All right, I'm gonna try to grab my phone. This is one way to stay off social media. You gotta hold your phone up here. If these were pointy, I would give it a 5 because I'd probably be injured by now. I'm giving this a 3. It's super uncomfortable. Get this thing off me. Ow. At least this punishment isn't permanent, unlike the 1500s, where you could be branded, leaving a scar for life.
In England, they burn a V into your skin for vagabond, basically labeling you a social parasite for life. But today, we're branding Prison Mike as a loyal fan.
Here we go. Sorry, buddy. Look at all that steam coming off his chest. Imagine that being a real person. Skin's all melted. That looks terrible. Whew, this thing's hot. Wow, this is definitely a 5.
If this gets 50 million likes, I will brand myself.
But punishments only got worse, because in the 1600s, if you were accused of witchcraft, you could slowly be crushed alive under piles of stone. For this to work, they laid a board on the victim's chest.
What is going on here?
And kept adding heavier and heavier stones, slowly crushing the person for days. It was meant to force the accused to enter a plea, but absolute bosses like Giles Corey just said, "More weight, more weight."
It just feels heavy. That looks crazy. I feel a lot of press. I feel like a panini. They would keep adding and adding more bricks until, it's getting harder to breathe as it presses on you. Since I can't handle this any longer, we're gonna test this on something else. I didn't have this board over my head, but typically this punishment would have the board over your entire body, including your head. And this watermelon represents your head. All right, here we go. Let's try this out one at a time. All right, here comes the heavy duty one. Oof. I think that watermelon is like a pancake already. Here we go. One more. Oh. All right, that watermelon is pretty smashed. There's no way a human would survive this.
This thing hurts so much on my chest, I'm gonna give it a 4. But in the 1700s, if you were considered annoying in public, you'd be locked into a shrew fiddle.
This thing locks your neck and wrists into a wooden frame and forces you to stay bent forward with no way to cover your face. You'd be marched through town all for the crime of talking too much.
All right, I got this thing on me. This is pretty uncomfortable. Let's see if I can write anything. Thank you. I can't. Look what I wrote. Ow, my wrist. Make sure to subscribe. Look what you're putting me through. Let's do the next item. This is probably why you get put in one of these, for being annoying. Well, the flute was easier than writing. Enough of this one. I'm definitely a little thirsty right now. You can't move your wrist much, so this is difficult. Okay, here we go. Ha. I did it. This definitely hurts my wrists a little bit, but it's not the worst out of all these punishments. I'm gonna give this one a 2. No, please don't leave me in here. Someone get me out of this.
But in the 1800s, criminals had to carry their own weight, literally, when they were shackled to a ball and chain. Groups of prisoners wearing these were shackled together, and that was called a chain gang. This is what it feels like to walk around normally, but let's see what it's like with the ball and chain. A ball and chain was notorious for ankle sores, and I can see why. Oh, this thing really hurts. It's so heavy. It makes walking so difficult. This is pretty terrible. My ankle hurts so bad already. If I had to do this every day, I can't even imagine. I'm giving this a 3 out of 5. And in the 1900s, a common punishment became kneeling on rice, forcing you to endure pain for hours.
All right, let's see what this does.
Rice doesn't seem so bad. This doesn't seem like it would hurt. Maybe because it's not cooked, I don't know. Fun fact, they use this in the military and school as punishment. Here goes nothing. This doesn't hurt at all. I could do this all day. It's kind of comfortable. This is my kind of punishment. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. It's starting to hurt a little bit. Maybe I'm not as tough as I thought I was. The trick behind this punishment was time. The longer you kneel here, the more it hurts. Oof, yeah, I'm starting to feel it. Let's compare this to something modern, like Legos. All right, I know this is gonna hurt. Here we go. Ah! Ow! Ow! Who knew that kids' toys were worse than ancient punishments? Ah! Everything's not awesome. Ah! The rice was pretty uncomfortable, and it did get worse the longer I stayed on it, but I'm gonna give it a 2. And in modern times, punishments got bizarre, with criminals being sentenced to dress up like a chicken, and even listen to music with the volume all the way up. Hit it! Ah! Oh, gosh! Ah! But if you like this video, just wait till you see me test out ridiculous self-defense gadgets. Ah!